Goodbye season 13. Goodbye Swaggy's Frost Barbarian. I enjoyed you both. This was my first season of Diablo 4. I've really enjoyed it and I've enjoyed the play pattern. I thought I'd do end of the season. I managed to get to 150 pit, but I can't do it every time. I just thought I'd do a little tribute video talking through the build for fun and also some more with a focus on sort of some of my thought patterns going through the pit as a relatively new player. So there's lots I still don't know and that I'm learning. But I found that when I was learning to do the pit, that it was hard to find resources. So I thought it'd be fun to have a video of me actually talking through things. So goodbye, season 13. Let's talk about Swaggy's build. Just for why it's so fun, the play pattern. So I think the three things that make the play pattern really fun is the infinite scaling damage of Signet of Pelgain, the putting lots of creatures together with grips, and then the big fuck off pops of damage from Azeroth. So that's what makes it good. The key sort of synergies for it really is you get your infinite scaling damage from Signet. So for every second someone's frozen, they take an extra 20% damage, and that scales infinitely. So you freeze them for 5.4 seconds by running around with the back full rune, casting Frost Nova. You increase the time with crowd control on a couple pieces. You have everything in a big group, and then you freeze your enemies for 5.4 seconds. So at the end of that, by the end of that 5.4 seconds, they forever and ever take an extra 108% damage. So you do that a few times, and you are shitting out damage. Then you get the giant, satisfying pops of damage through Azeroth. So how this works is when they've been frozen for a period of time, at the end of that time period, they explode. So we freeze them for 5.4 seconds, and at the end, all of that damage we've done to them now comes out again as an extra pop of damage. So yeah, all in one instance of damage for 120%. So super satisfying. So that's the key part of the build. The other bits is that it's Selig, so with low life, massive fury. We do increased damage with our fury from Azeroth, and then we're playing generic good stuff, limitless rage, overpower with Banished Lord's Talisman. And then yeah, all the good stuff. So let's go through it. I'll talk through. I probably will fail this run, but you at least see some of the possibilities and sort of thought processes. If I had more time, I'd actually do it with me succeeding, but I really struggle when I'm in game, like talking. So first thing is, you saw I picked up the let me grab a few more mobs. Obviously, you want to fight as many creatures as possible. So the first thing you saw is I picked up the Heart of Stone. I've already dropped it. So it's that little square there. So how this Heart of Stone works is when you're holding it, enemies have a chance to drop progress orbs. This is super important because it massively speeds up your run if you manage to hold on to it and get a few progress orbs. How you drop it is when continuous damage is dealt to you, meaning that a melee in your face build such as the Frost Barbarian constantly drops it, and that's one of the downsides of this as a pit clearing build compared to something that was more range damaged or similar. Let me get out there. Heart of Stone, pick it up again. So the things that make you drop it is any sustained damage. So lightning fucks you, poison fucks you. So you can see with these ones, especially with the lightning part of them all, get out of that shit. I just keep dropping it. So there's not much point re-picking up just until I kill these lightning dudes. So yeah, that's the big one. Next thing is you really want to pay attention of which actual mobs you're fighting. So you want to fight as many creatures at once, but there's certain elites that are worse than others, and some that it's just worth skipping. So you want to skip physical resistance, and oh, this is a nice big area. So you want to skip things that you can't kill and things that kill you. So things that this build can't kill or kill really slowly is physical resistance and unstoppable. Basically, unstoppable is the anti of this build because you can't freeze them, so all your Signet, all freezing them just does nothing. Yazaraf, so you don't get that ramping damage. So they're worth skipping. Physical resistance is slow, but I think doable and worth it if you have a lot of other mobs. But if it was a small mob and physical resistance was in there, I would skip it. Things that kill you, I find that anything that crowd controls me really fucks me up. Slows your DPS down, but also generally you get crowd controlled and that fucks you. So any of the crowd control things hurt. And Lifelink's also one that takes forever to kill. This guy's taking a while. Sapper specifically takes ages to kill. I mean, Sapper specifically is really dangerous because it attacks your Fury specifically. So you just want to, like, whatever build you take into the next season, you just really want to try and identify what your weak point is. So yeah, I died there. Super annoying. I'm ahead, so we can play on. The problem is that once you die once, because you start with no Fury, it just can ruin you. So you need to get out your... Luckily the first one that gets out is the dude with the axes. So I'm going to skip this guy. There's only one left. And then yeah, we'll try and get another big group going. The goblins I think are very much worth it in the easier pit levels. But for this build where you get stunned so much and the DPS takes a while, I find I can't kill him in time. But I'm still ahead. I'll try and grab the heart again. So yeah, in terms of which maps you want to play, this one's not terrible because it's got a few of those like bigger areas. I find that more open areas are better for the normal mobs because you wanna pull as many of you can, then get them in a tight knit circle, like I have now, so you can just kind of run around the periphery of them. Let me grab I'll grab this heart again. Oh god. So then you can be around the periphery of them and freeze them all and not get slowed down. Tight areas, the small ones, so the prison map I find is the worst, because there's just no space to move, and you end up fighting smaller groups of mobs at a time. It's a lot harder to fight multiples. Yeah, you can see I got unstoppable in here. The unstoppable ones are just like fuck all dead, so I'll stay a bit longer and I'll kill a couple of the generic ones. I'll kill the but yeah, so the wide open areas are better for mobs. The only sort of counter for that is your DPS is better in enclosed space because of your whirlwind dust devils, poison, soul drinker. I'm just gonna go to the next level. Those unstoppable ones will run after me. Yeah, so this is a nice open. This area tends to be a bit more open, so I really like it for this. But it's bad for the boss because for the boss you want to be in a tight spot for. So I'll get them in here, and then these ones over here. Come on, come to Papa. There we go. We'll try and get them all together. So this feels good, right? This is like a decent group. It is good to hit them when they're frozen for the Azarath pop, but remember that your like chronic DPS will still go up if they're frozen and you're not hitting them, like your long-standing DPS. So yeah, it's all about identifying what the best places to fight are and the best monsters to fight. So yeah, generally wide open areas for big mobs. Beware shit that kills you, and be notable of which things you can't, that like are your weakness, and then look at skipping them. So yeah, this has really ruined my my run. Just not focusing. And then you look when I respawn, low chance of death, and I'm also doing less damage when I respawn as well. So I'm running the Imbiber rune, where you do more damage healthy, and you also deal more damage based on how many potions you're missing. So right now I have 3 out of 4 potions, so I'm doing an extra 5% damage, and when I have 0 out of 4, I'm doing an extra 20% damage. So for my skills, I want to be doing Iron Skin off cooldown, because what that does is gives me an extra, increases your life. It's also one of the reasons why you can die when you Iron Skin Celigs. But it increases your max life, which lets you pop a health potion, which then lets you get rid of your health pots for Imbiber. My other spells, so just that I'm pressing, is I'm doing my Rallying Cry off cooldown. Because I want to be using my resource, because that's what triggers your Banished Lord's Talisman. Then my Challenging Shout and War Cry I'm essentially doing whenever I'm actually fighting. So this lightning's a bit dangerous. The Core of the Ancients is a bit of a skill thing, so I'm only fighting one dude at the moment, and with the lightning he can kill me really easy, as you just saw. So having the double axe guy out is really, this dude that I have now, he is really good for keeping my resource up. So he's good if you're to just keep him out if you're fighting against something that kills you. Let me skip that shit. This is a failed run now, but whatever. I was going to say maybe the Butcher will appear now and I can still win, but I got the Butcher turned off. So yeah, lots of lightning, super dangerous. There's a Sapper in here as well with lightning enchant. So if he's hitting me, he just pops so he just pops here. So he's worth skipping. So yeah, this is a dead pit. I would like to get up to the boss to talk through how you actually do the boss fight on this build. It's going to take me a while. See, small group, I want more than that. Ones that killed me before. A general good point of thumb is if you die to something once, you'll probably die to it again. So it's worth just skipping them. But yeah, Sapper plus Lightning combo for me at the moment is just a bit fucked. So yeah, this is one of the like bad areas. See how tight it is? So like it's super hard to get lots of creeps in. And like if I grab this one, the ones I grab back here, I've lost the pull from them. So it's just a lot harder to pull more in. I don't think I've seen any shrines this run either, have I? Anyways, super behind, bad run, but shows you sort of the idea of what kills you on this build, and what are like you're gonna know what the bad runs are to appreciate the good ones, I guess. I don't have that little square above my icon now, so I drop the Heart of Stone before. But yeah, in this one, no troublesome elites, which is nice. I want to get it. Alright, so we got Protection Shrine. One of the other tricks I've seen people do, especially with Blast Shrines, is you can set your hotkey to actually, let me grab this shrine now. You can set Corrupted Roots, try to fucking pick it up, grab it. You can set Corrupted Roots to a button, and then when you have a time period that you're doing good damage, you can actually plant it and then pick it up. So I'll pick it up now. And so you can imagine if you had a Blast Shrine now, you've got those extra creatures to fight at a time that really suits you. So that's another tech that you see the high level dudes do. So yeah, I think that'll probably do me there anyways. Didn't get, this is a bad run. It would have been nice to release a good run, but I got some stuff to get done. So I only had the one attempt. But I think from a sort of interest area, I think there's still value in it. But you can see where all the things went wrong. So what I'll do differently is just being more mindful of what things you need to skip. So you don't die, you don't want to waste time. Be really mindful of keeping up your Heartstone. And yeah, generally, you know, if you're actually like trying to push, I'll tend to quit a pit early if it looks like a bad run. So yeah, that's the front of it. This was a great build. Got me to 150, but I think I'm only Paragon 267, so I'm missing a lot of the resistances, and still have a few upgrades in my gear, so I don't breeze through 150, but capable. Yeah, that's just a little bit of pit stuff. If it's of any interest to anyone, let me know, and I'll try and do some more next season.